Imagine this life. 4 a.m. wake up, 40-minute commute to work on the subway. You're in a cubicle for 10 hours. You leave at 5 p.m. Have to do another round of public transport, which takes about 40 to 50 minutes. You get back home. You have to do a little bit more work because you have more deadlines. And you ultimately get done with work at 7 or 8 p.m. And you have about 1 hour of free time to go to the gym, to eat, to watch a movie, whatever. But hey, you still have the weekend. At least you have the weekend. My name is Spencer, and I help men increase their mental health. So, what I just told you to imagine, that's one of my friends' lives right now. He's got this really, really prestigious internship, and at our college, the College of Business, if you're able to get that, you do not turn that internship down. It's a great opportunity. He's working 80 hours a week though, and he moved to Boston for the summer. He doesn't know anything about Boston because he's working all the time. He's got the weekends. He's able to do some things, but I feel for his loneliness and, these jobs where you're working 80 hours a week and the stress that piles up and the deadlines you have to do. It can kind of be sad. He's ready to go home. It's a great experience. You learn a lot, but there comes a time where you need to maybe reevaluate your life setup and see how you can design your life to be a little more fulfilling for yourself. Me personally, maybe this is your thing, but I do not care enough to work 80 hours a week for some other company to sell soap or to analyze data of cereal or whatever they have me doing, or develop a new medicine that I'm not passionate about. You need to have, and I have, the respect for ourselves to not develop that much time to give to something else that you're not truly passionate about. And this is a problem. This terrible for your mental health. Terrible for your psyche as a man. Just the loneliness and overwork itself are bad. So there's no social aspect. You're not fulfilled in that sense. You're not fulfilled in, purpose layers. And for example, I'll call him because I just got off the Appalachian Trail. So I'm unemployed right now. So I'm your unemployed friend on a Tuesday, just doing random stuff, just doing random side quests. And I called him yesterday at 3 p.m. Yeah, he's at work, but I call him. I just wanted to catch up. And phone rings. It rings for 5 rings. And then he picks up. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's like, I'm good. What do you need?" And I was like, "Oh, I just want to catch up, see how you're doing." And his voice is all super quiet in this. It's very stifled. And he's like, "Sorry, dude, I'm in my cubicle. I can't talk right now. I've got a deadline." And I was like, "Okay, maybe I'll call you later." And he's like, "Yeah, that might be better." But it's just stuff like that is where you can't even call your friend. And I don't say this to him disrespectfully, but I don't want to be some company's little bitch and not be able to call somebody at 3 p.m. because I'm in my cubicle and I have a deadline and I don't want to be loud and distract other people. Come on, man. And I visited him a week ago for 2 days, Boston. And the first day I get there, he's working until 8 p.m. So I get there during the day, I do my own thing. I'm going to stay at his apartment. and he said he's gonna be working till 8 p.m. So I just visited another friend that day. I visited another girl that I met on the trail in Boston. That whole day, I get back at like 9 p.m. He was still like finishing up a little bit of work, but he was done. And I'm like, man, you're not selling me on this job, dude. Sorry for the voice crack. You're not selling me on this job, dude. And he's like, yeah, I know, man. But I just gotta do it. Why? Because I've been in this situation too. Why do you do things that you don't like for extended periods of time, like a job or like a relationship? It's not fulfilling you as a man, but why do you do it? Sometimes it's out of necessity. Sometimes you need that money for the job. But other times it's, if you actually reevaluate, it's the weight that you're holding of other people's opinions and perceptions of yourself. Because I know right now my parents, they want me to keep going to college. I'm having my doubts about college. I think I can help the world in better ways. Maybe being an entrepreneur or whatever that looks like. And that's something I'm struggling with now. And I had pressure this summer to get a formal internship, get a job. And I decided to hike the Appalachian Trail, which I'll talk about in other videos. But you should not be living your life for someone else. No matter how hard you think that conversation is going to be with your mom, your grandpa, whoever it is that has one vision for you, you don't have the same vision. You cannot live your life that way. That will lead to a gradual, almost exponential buildup of bitterness and regret and shame and anger. Maybe even for that person, maybe for you, maybe for the world. It's just not worth it, man. But a man's essence needs purposeful work. The more that you are in alignment with what you're actually passionate about, the happier you will be, the more fulfilled you will be. This is one of the secrets for a man to be happy. Yes, I know you are in school, I know you have work, but you still have 2 to 4 to 5 hours a day to do something purposeful, to fulfill this current purpose layer that you're on. Why not use that? You know, over time, you know, maybe say you're working right now or you're at school, you get back home, over time, sitting on the couch, doing unpurposeful work, hanging out with unpurposeful people that aren't inspiring you to be better, this chips away at you, whether you realize it or not. And over time, it will slowly make you bitter and angry, because I know that you have something inside yourself that says, is this it? I feel like I have more potential. I feel like I can do more with my life. I want to like slap you in the face. Like, this is it, man. These hours of purposeful work are so integral to you growing as a man and being purposeful and being happy and being fulfilled. So right now, write down 2 or 3 things that you're passionate about, maybe that you're scared to do. For me, the things I'm passionate about are this YouTube channel, because I want to help people, and music. I love music, and I write music, and I love to play and perform in front of people. So besides, you know, making money, which, you know, has to be done, and I'm also in college, so I go to school, this is what consumes my everyday life. Because the closer you can get to your purpose, the more aligned you can get to your purpose, the happier you are. After a day of, you know, you did some work, you went to school, but then you did like 5 hours of your purpose, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to be able to go to bed happier than if you were too tired after work and school, so you just watch TV. And now you have to think about how you only have a limited amount of time in this life Do you have stories for your grandkids? Are you going to look back 90 years old on your deathbed and be like, I'm so happy I just took that rest and watched 2 movies that afternoon? Like, seriously, dude. Those 2 to 4 hours a day, they separate a purposeful man from the rest. And you've watched this far. I know that you want to become that. Why do you want to become a purposeful man? A purposeful man is a purposeful family, is a purposeful spouse, is a purposeful friend group, is a purposeful life. Isn't that what we all want? You need to be passionate during those hours, those weekends that you have free. If you are working, you need to do what your mind and body is telling you, uninhibited by what other people think. Because you will end up regretting it if you don't do it. So that's my challenge to you. You know, this is the type of thing that prevents men from jumping off buildings or going through a terrible midlife crisis in their 50s and buying a Lamborghini. Do the hard work. Do what you need to do now. And as always, get bored. Peace.